Welcome back to my channel CodeMonger. So today we are going to discuss another problem from Leetcode 75 list, number 345, reverse vowels in a string. So it's an easy question. Let's try to understand what's given in the question. So given a string S, reverse only all the vowels in the string and return it. Okay, so we all know what vowels are. So basically they are A, E, I, O, U. So wherever they are present in the string, we don't have to reverse the complete string, right? We have to only reverse vowels. Okay, so if you see here, we have only two vowels E and O, and they are reversed, right? So O becomes in place of E, and E comes in place of O, right? And similarly we have Leetcode, right? So if you look on the right hand side, right, so if you come from backwards, right, so these two E would swap, but since both of them are same, so there won't be any difference. Then these O and E would swap, so this would become O, this would become E, right? So our final output would be LEOTCEDE, right? So that's what been told in the question, right? So that's what we have to do. We have to only reverse the vowels. Okay, now let's see how we are going to do that. So in this problem we are going to use two pointer approach, right? So two pointer approach we are going to use. So let's have two pointer I and j. Okay, so the condition is, let's try to see, if the character at the ith position, right, if it is a non-vowel, then we will shift it. Okay, and if it is a vowel at ith place as well as at the jth place, then we will swap them. Okay, so in this case when both of them are vowel, so we would swap. In this case we won't know the difference because both of them are e only. Okay, and once they are swapped we will move both I and j. Again, if the position where the pointer is, if it is a non-vowel, then only we need to shift, but since it is a vowel, so it will remain as it is. At j we would check whether it is a vowel or not. Since it is not a vowel, so we will move j, right? Now at this position both of them are vowel, right? So we would swap them and change the position of I and j. In this case both I and j are not vowel, so we would shift the position of I and j. Now both of them has crossed, so at that time we have to terminate the loop, right? But that would give us our answer, that is LEO TCEDE. So that was only the thing, two pointer approach, that we need to apply on this problem in order to solve it. So let's try to code the solution. Okay, so let's create two pointer, int I is equals to 0 and int j is equals to s dot length minus 1, right? So now both the pointers are created and are at correct positions. Now while I is less than j, right, until both the pointer don't cross each other, till that time what we have to do, first we have to check if, another thing is, right, we cannot directly perform, since also we have to perform the swap operation, right, and that would be much easier to do that in array. So let's convert our string to char array. Char array rr is equals to s dot to char array. Okay, now that part is done. Now we have to check if the character at ith position, right, is it a vowel or not. And if it is not a vowel, then we need to increment. Okay, and similarly, if the jth position is also not a vowel, then we need to move the j pointer. Otherwise, if both, let me copy only this part, right? If both of ARRI and J and the character at both this place and this place, right? That is the ca character at ith place and jth place. Both of them are a vowel. Then what we have to do, we have to perform the swap operation. So let's create a temp variable and swap them. And at last what we have to do, increment I and decrement j, right? And at last what we will have is like we have a char array, but we have to return string, right? So we just have to return that array. That's it. Now what we have noticed is like is vowel function we need to write. Okay, so let's write that. We will pass it a character, and uh, we have to check whether it is a vowel or not. So it's simple conditions that we have to write. If, right, ch is equals to a, or ch is equals to e, right? Similarly, I can copy this, so I have to write 10 times the same conditions. So let me do that. V, okay. So A E I O U. Now we have to do the same for capital letters also. So it would be A E I O, and then finally for U. Right, in this case we have to return true, otherwise we have to return false. Okay, so this is our is vowel function. So let's try to run it and see if all the basic test cases are passing. Right, so all the basic test cases are passing. Now let's try to submit it. Yeah, so it's taking 2 milliseconds and it beats 98% of the solution. So yeah guys, that was all about the solution. If you have any question or concern, do ask in the comment section. I'll be glad to answer, right? And do subscribe to my channel. 99% of the viewers have not subscribed to my channel, so please do that. That will really encourage me to make more videos. See you in the next video.